Stress. It's something that people experience every day, no matter what age they are. However, today more than ever, society is beginning to notice that student stress is some of the most extreme stress and has affected the health and lives of many students. According to an NBC News study, teens are actually more stressed out than adults. On a 10-point scale to measure stress, teens averaged a score of 5.8 while adults checked in at a 5.1. The extreme student stress has caused many to question the possible causes. The most popular answers were rigor of courses, high amounts of homework, balancing relationships, extracurriculars, sports, time management, and pressure from both parents and fellow peers. Two MCHS students decided to share their thoughts on stress and how they handled it this year.
I do think students are given a lot of work. We're given a lot of work in class. We spend a lot of time doing worksheets and doing posters and just PBL kind of stuff. And then usually we get home, we used to just go home and spend time with our family, but now we're kind of non-stop doing stuff. With juggling everything together, like my sports and clubs and like everything that I'm involved in, especially school, it gets really hard. Most of the time everything goes pretty well except for a couple of late nights staying up till 1 or 2. But I mean, most of the time it's pretty one thing to the other. I don't have much free time anymore. I think student stress could be decreased easily if teachers kind of just worked with us more. We're all humans here. We all have that stuff going on at home, outside of school, or just anywhere. We just need to remember, like, we don't always have as much time as we might think. We gotta account for just having an actual life outside of school. I think it can be decreased too by focusing more so on important things instead of the broad spectrum of things. That's it. Personally, stress is involved or has kind of affected my physical and mental health a lot. I've been sleeping a lot less, kind of staying up till 1 or 3. It's really late at night, having to make time for some video games, just hanging out and not so much doing schoolwork. I've been feeling good a little bit sometimes, but I mean, most of the time it's just kind of feeling bogged down and almost overworked with life.
I think it depends less on the classroom and more than how the teacher teaches. For example, in the 2 math classes I've taken sophomore and junior year I had a lot of homework and didn't learn much, but junior year I didn't have much homework and I've learned a lot more. They say a dog is a man's best friend, and I find this to be true. My dog helps me get through a lot of stuff. After a long day of school, clubs, work, and sports, nothing de-stresses me more than going home and taking my dog on a walk. Stress hasn't affected me much in school, but out of school it's had big tolls. My personal relationships, my emotional relationship has just decreased drastically thanks to stress. Stress just gives me the feeling that there's always someone right behind my back ready to just attack me. I feel like I'm just not ready to handle all of the stuff I'm given. I mean, between school, work, jobs, clubs, blah, 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 whatever it is. I feel like there's always something I'm missing.
Along with this stress comes numerous effects that can change how students feel and function. For instance, most students now consider cheating okay to do and see it as a way to help them get the grades they are dying for to get into college. Studies have also shown that every 1 in 5 students is seriously depressed and that stress has increased the teenage suicide rate. MCHS counselor Brian Cook was kind enough to give his thoughts on high school student stress.
When you get stressed out, some people just shut down and they give up and they don't do anything. They may end up just withdrawn from normal activities, maybe even getting depressed or isolating themselves. Other people act out and do things that are not necessarily in their best interest in regards to stress. And some people just take it head on and realize that stress is a part of life and you just have to handle things as they come at you one by one. I think probably the amount of work you get is acceptable. It's probably that people are just really busy outside of school. Some things legitimate like sports and jobs and stuff like that. And some things probably less legitimate, just that occupy your time. Probably your phone or something else that you spend more time on than you actually realize. really, I think you could probably take care of things if you just laid things out and prioritized better. So to handle the stresses that come at you, you need to realize that things are just going to occur throughout your life that cause you stress. So you need to figure out what is most important at the moment and take care of that at that moment. And I'm the kind of guy that believes in work first and play later. And so, not that I don't get stressed out either, but if I work first and get things done that I need to take care of, then I can relax in whatever way I need to later. And whatever you do to relax, whether that's music or athletics or sleeping or hanging out with your friends or whatever you do to relax, everybody's got something different, but you can certainly find time to do that and also do the things that school expects out of you.
Experts say that some of the most effective ways for students to relieve their stress, though, is to take naps, exercise, listen to music, find a relaxing hobby, eat right, and learn and use effective organization techniques. Student stress has gone unnoticed and brushed aside for too long. It's time that we all acknowledge and take steps towards reducing that stress so we can see healthy students thrive in their daily lives in and out of school.